Hey friends, it's Shani, Certified Feline Training and Behavior Specialist with Wild at Heart, and I am on my way to the shelter to do a behavior assessment on a cat who bit a staff member pretty severely.
So this is him, Max. He is just over a year old. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him treats. So it's that immediate positive association. I'm gonna let him investigate my scent a little bit. Certainly not going to reach down and pet him. Next thing I'm gonna do is, this is my yoga bag that I keep all of my tricks and treats in. So I'm gonna get one of my favorite wand toys out of here and engage him in some play. So I'm gonna use this one. I like this one because they can really bite into it. Oh, because he is so seemingly outgoing, he came right out when I walked in. First thing I'm gonna do is introduce the toy. I'm just gonna see if he's gonna track it with his eyes at a distance, right? Not putting it right in his face. He is tracking it, and then I'm gonna introduce it. Let him investigate it, smell it. There we go. I am observing a cat's play style, how hard they play, their reactions to the toy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You see how he keeps going over to the scratcher and releasing energy? This is great. This is why scratchers are so important for a number of reasons. But for a cat who can get overstimulated, they need an outlet to release that pent-up energy, and that's what scratchers do.
I'm getting down to his level. I'm always gonna have something behind me. I want to limit access to my body and protect myself as best as I can, just in case. I'm also covered head to toe in clothing, and sometimes I will even cover my hands like this if I need to, if I have a cat that's super hyper-focused on hands. He doesn't seem to be at this point. Again, I am just doing a behavioral assessment, figuring out what makes this cat tick and what gets him overstimulated. I'm certainly not going to test boundaries with him because he has already proven what he's capable of, which is biting. So good boy. See, I allow him to touch me. I have not reached down or touched him in any sort of way. I am giving him full consent and autonomy over his own body to be touched. Also, never going to give him direct eye contact. If I look at him, I'm going to give him a slow blink and then I'm going to look away. Direct eye contact can be very threatening in cat language. So he just got into my lap. I have my hands up here. I'm not allowing him access to my hands. I'm not petting him. It's, again, giving him control and consent over his own body. A lot of times these instances of cats biting or scratching either a volunteer or a staff member are truly isolated incidences. It's just a symptom of being in a shelter. I tell people all the time, we cannot judge cats in the shelter environment. We should not be doing behavioral assessments on cats on intake. We should be giving them at least 48 hours to decompress and do their best to try and relax in this very inherently stressful environment. When I'm training staff and volunteers, and it can be difficult for some, I totally get it, but I always teach them that we're not here to pet cats. We're not here to cuddle cats. We are here to find cats loving homes, and we need to do that in the safest way possible. And our want to touch and pet and cuddle these cats is not more important than their need to leave this shelter safely without any bites and into a successful and loving home. The most important thing you can do as a shelter staff member or volunteer is play with these cats. They desperately need to play more. Play is a natural stress reducer. It allows them to experience their very natural instincts in a very unnatural environment. Playing with cats at shelters is honestly the best and most effective way at finding these cats loving homes, because they are going to be less stressed, they're going to be more confident, and they are being given an outlet to express their very natural instincts, so they are less likely to attack and bite each other and humans.
This is a really easy way to pet a cat, allow them to scent mark things, and get that contact without putting you at risk, and especially putting the cat at risk.
It's funny because people will ask me like, well, why do cats like you so much? And it's not a secret, y'all. Immediately when I come in, I give them treats. Then I play with them. And then I give them treats. And then I play with them. I don't touch them. I don't pick them up. I allow them to come to me. I give them consent. I give them control. And I give them autonomy over their body. That's why they like me. When I go in to work with a cat, I have zero expectations and there are no contingencies. There's no, hey, I'm gonna give you a treat, but you're gonna let me pet you. It's, nope, I'm gonna give you treats, I'm gonna give you playtime, I'm gonna give you everything that you need to be the best cat that you can be. Cats are wild at heart. We need to remember that. They are little wild animals and we need to treat them as such. So I am all done here with Max. I'm gonna go on to the next cat that I have to assess, but my assessment is that Max is a cat and he's just being a cat.